Hello and welcome to another edition of Dreaded Television. Today I want to discuss about drinking, and it's been in the news quite a lot of late, but today it's been announced that the government's Youth Alcohol Action Plan, as they love to call it, is going to apparently crack down on off-licences, it says here, which sell alcohol to under 18s. Well, fine, yeah, that's good. But the trouble is, they want to prosecute parents who are, who allow, sorry about that silly inverted quote things, but allow their children to drink. Well, that's not going to work, because, well, let's put it this way. Young people are going to rebel against it. You see, the trouble is, it's a cultural problem which is going to take years and years to resolve, if we are going to resolve it at all. I think the government should be looking at the drinks industry and the sort of alcohol they are selling and the ingredients that most of their products contain. Because you do not see, isn't it funny, you don't see people who drink bitter going around in loutish behaviour, or a bit boisterous maybe, but I cannot recall for the likes of me the last time I saw somebody getting violent or aggressive or troublesome when they've had too much John Smith's or something, or similar alcoholic products. Instead, all we see is drinks that are drinks that are high in alcohol, but also high in chemical content. That does something, I actually believe, does something to the brain that makes them more susceptible to violence and antisocial behaviour, and causing an enormous amount of damage in town centres and city centres all over the country, and to ruin people's lives. I think the drinks industry needs to kick up the backside and needs reforming. But we need to look at the quality of the beers, not just the amount of alcohol that are in the beers, but we also need to look at the quality of the product they are selling. Because I believe some of the stuff should be banned. For instance, cheap white cider is extremely destructive, has ruined many lives, has become the habitual choice of street drinkers and alcoholics who don't have a lot of money. I mean, it costs what, £2.50? You can get a bottle like 2.5 litres. That's like roughly 5 pints. And you wonder why there's so many alcohol. But, you see, the thing is, punishing people is not the way forward. And I believe the drinks industry is too much of a powerful lobby for a start. And I think they need to be dealt with very quickly. If we are going to contain them, and we're also going to have to try and introduce children, controversially I'd say, introduce children into alcohol much younger. I recommend 6 or 7 years old, very much watered down, with a meal, at a table with a family. And eventually just very quietly and respectfully coax them into the alcohol and learn to treat it with respect. That's what they do in France. And I can tell you now, I went to Paris a few years ago. You did not see loutish behaviour on the streets in the evening. In the centre of Paris. You didn't see it. You just did not see trouble. Now, that's saying something to me, that is. That is saying, hey, they must treat this alcohol better. So my solution is a continental-style attitude towards alcohol, which will take many years, but we can start now, and a real tough stance on the quality of alcoholic produce that are promoted by the drinks industry, and promotion of, that's another important point I need to get back to on. The promotion of alcohol needs to be dealt with too, because, quite frankly, it's not restricted enough. They should not even be allowed to show drinking adverts before 9 o'clock in the evening for starters. And it should, they've made some moves towards being more of a lifestyle product. Yeah, but there's still too much. I think we need to get tough. And we need to deal with the industry, not punish people further. That will just further cause more time and trouble for courts, the authorities. I mean, if the police actually bothered to enforce the current, drinking, alcoholic disorder and disorder laws, then we would not be in this situation in the first place, I feel. Excuse me, in one respect. So this is what I say. Get tough with the industry. Introduce a continental style drinking culture within the UK, which will take many years, but I think we can start now together, and things will eventually get better for us all. That's all I've got to say on the subject. Until next time, I'll speak to you soon. Take care.